This is macOS Ken.
Apple Watch is top of the world, ma. A bit of AppleCare Plus news to share and making plans for an Apple-flavored weekend. It is Friday, the 26th of August, 2022. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from macOS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Trade Coffee. Get $30 off your first order plus free shipping at drinktrade.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Notion, one workspace for your whole team, whether that's the team at work or playing for the home team. Working together isn't just for work. From trips to the store to keeping up with chores to planning a weekend getaway, everything we do can benefit from a bit of organization. Let Notion lend you a hand. Notion is an all-in-one team collaboration tool that combines note-taking, document sharing, wikis, project management, and more into one space that is simple, powerful, and beautifully designed. Great for the workplace, sure, but work doesn't end when you leave work. If you're working, planning, dreaming at work or at home, Notion is the collaboration tool for you. You can get started for free at Notion.com. That's Notion, Notion.com to start today for free. That's Notion.com to take the first step toward organized, productive work and life today. All of a sudden, Apple's next China is the second biggest smartwatch market in the world. That is the word from Counterpoint Research. According to the market tracker, the global smartwatch market grew 13% year over year in the second quarter of 2022, with Apple retaining the top spot. Apple Watch's global market share did slip the tiniest bit, though, inching from 30.6% in the second quarter of last year to 29.3% last quarter. As for Apple's next China, Counterpoint says India became the second largest smartwatch market, though Apple Watch had next to nothing to do with that. Counterpoint Associate Director Su Jung Lim is quoted in the piece saying, "During the quarter, 30% of models shipped in the Indian market sold for less than $50, and major local brands launched cost-effective models, lowering the entry barriers for consumers." The piece says sales on the subcontinent were driven by strong growth of local brands such as Firebolt and Noise. In fact, their rise in India was enough to push those two brands into the global smartwatch top 8, which really you could just call Apple Watch and the other 7. At the top of the list, Apple Watch held the aforementioned 29.3% share. In a very assailable second place was Samsung with a 9.2% share. No other brand could muster 7% by Counterpoint's count. macOS Ventura has been a bit of a straggler this week. Still, better late than never. After giving developers access to the 7th betas of iOS 16, watchOS 9, and tvOS 16 earlier this week, along with the first beta of iPadOS 16.1, Apple has pulled the trigger on the upcoming Mac update. A piece from Mac Rumors says developers can now grab the 6th beta of macOS 13. Look for a release for the rest of us sometime this fall. Another smallish expansion for Apple's services segment. Cult of Mac ran a piece earlier this week saying that the annual plan for AppleCare Plus for Mac has expanded to 3 new countries. The plan, which covers every Mac, Apple's Pro XDR display, and Apple Studio display, can now be subscribed to and paid for annually in Australia, Canada, and Japan. They joined the U.S. in having that option, along with the United States and the United States of America. Yeah, it's pretty much just been us to this point. Running the math, Well, whether it's good or bad might depend on how flush you are. Buying AppleCare Plus for 3 years will run buyers $269 if you pay all at once. Paying annually will run buyers $99.99 per year, a loss of about $30 after 3 years. But maybe you don't plan on keeping it that long, or maybe the extra $269 on top of the cost of the machine is a bit too steep. Stuff to consider. The quickest way for more information, visit the Apple Store for your country or region and search the term AppleCare Plus. As an AppleCare Plus offer expands, the Cupertino company is paying to make an old AppleCare problem go away. A piece from 9 to 5 Mac says Apple is starting to pay out the $95 million it agreed to pay to settle a suit tied to the service. According to the report, the class action suit targeted Apple's policy to provide refurbished devices as replacements through AppleCare. Final approval of the $95 million settlement was granted in April, and now eligible Apple users are being notified of their payments. AppleCare terms of service said that replacement devices, should replacements be warranted, would either be new or equivalent to new in performance and reliability. Apparently, they weren't equivalent to new enough for some people. Those people sued, and Apple settled. According to 9 to 5 Mac, payments will be sent to anyone who purchased AppleCare or AppleCare Plus for iPhone or iPad after the 20th of July 2012 and received a refurbished device as a replacement. Those people will automatically receive a payment, and there is no claim form that needs to be submitted. But you do have to claim the payment, apparently. Pre-notice notices are being sent out now. They say, in part, as settlement administrator for the matter, we're sending you this courtesy email to inform you that by the 30th of August 2022, you will receive a payment notification email that contains a link to claim your payment electronically. Once you receive that email, you will have until the 28th of November 2022 to claim your payment. Of the $95 million, the piece says between $63 and $68 million will go to affected customers. The rest will go to the law firm Higgins Berman. Not kidding. More news in a moment, but first a word from Trade Coffee, sponsor of today's show. Sometimes coffee is just fuel. It's like a habit, something to get you going. I have one of those coffees in the house right now. It's for when I'm taking a coffee on the road, let's say. One that I'm going to drink, but not really savor. I do not take my coffees from Trade on the road. They are to be savored. I'm currently seriously grooving on the Nebula Dark Roast from Mother Tongue Coffee in Oakland. It's got something like a chocolatey note at the end. It's not sweet, but it is great. I get coffees that complex, that considerable, every few weeks. And you can too. Subscribe to the macOS Ken collection, which Trade put together based on my flavor profile, or take their coffee quiz and let Trade start picking roasts especially for you. If you want to support small businesses and brew the best cup of coffee you have ever made at home, it is time to try Trade Coffee. Right now, Trade is offering macOS Ken listeners a total of $30 off your first order plus free shipping at drinktrade.com/macOSKen. That's drinktrade.com/macOSKen for $30 off your subscription to coffee I think you are gonna love. Try it and see at drinktrade.com/macOSKen. Apple's second Impact Accelerator class is underway. The Cupertino company issued a press release this week introducing the world to the companies in the class and their respective missions. Part of Apple's Racial Equity and Justice Initiative, Apple's press release on Round 2 says the class is a cohort of 16 Black, Hispanic, Latinx, and Indigenous-owned businesses working on the cutting edge of environmental services and solutions. They include a company focused on water stewardship out of Atlanta, Georgia, an e-waste recycling firm from Morgan Hill, California, an energy efficiency company from Camden, New Jersey, a carbon removal company from Juneau, Alaska, and seriously, that list goes on. Participants are in for a 3-month program aimed at accelerating progress toward their goals. According to the release, executives and their teams will receive customized training that provides the knowledge and tools needed to succeed as an Apple supplier, access to Apple mentors and experts to help align business priorities with environmental goals, and scholarship opportunities with leading executive education programs focused on supply chain and growth. Plus, they will be considered for business with Apple once they're done learning how to do business with Apple. Addressing the new crew, Apple VP of Environment, Policy, and Social Initiatives, Lisa Jackson, was quoted as saying, "The fight to address climate change demands that we band together to develop innovative solutions while empowering and uplifting the communities we are working to protect. We are thrilled for this dynamic group of innovators to take their important work to the next level with help from our Impact Accelerator, and we are proud to deepen our commitment to working with partners around the country to ensure that environmental progress and equity go hand in hand." If you're looking to fill the next 48 hours or so, Apple's got stuff to get you active, stuff to keep you sedentary, and stuff to work your reading muscles. What? How do you read? On the activity front, the National Parks-focused Apple Watch Activity Challenge is tomorrow, Saturday, the 27th of August. Record a hike, walk, run, or wheelchair workout of 1 mile or more with any app that adds workouts to health, and you'll get a virtual medallion and stickers to stick in Apple apps like iMessage and FaceTime. On the sedentary side, the first episode of the final season of C is out today. The dark comedy Bad Sisters is also rolling along, as is the based on actual events drama 5 Days at Memorial. And Friday on Apple TV means baseball this year. Tampa Bay at Boston for Game 1, with Cleveland at Seattle for Game 2. Any place with an Apple TV app, an internet connection, and power. And finally this Friday, if you're in more of a reading mood, Tim Cook has been moonlighting. Apple CEO has taken a turn as guest editor for the September-October 2022 edition of Popular Mechanics. Editing does have its privileges. Not only did he get to write a rousing intro on responsible innovation, he also had a sit-down interview with Popular Mechanics' Ryan D'Agostino. Topics covered include innovation at Apple, user privacy, Apple's role as a global citizen, Apple's emphasis on health, and other topics as well. The issue is available now through Apple News Plus. I assume it's on newsstands as well, and I do intend to find out this weekend. I know, it's ridiculous. I have access on my phone, my computer, and my iPad. Just want a physical copy for some reason. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Notion, one workspace for your whole team. Learn more and get started for free at Notion.com. This show is also sponsored by Trade Coffee. Get $30 off your first order plus free shipping at drinktrade.com/macOSken. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. info@macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.